Hi everybody. Today we're going to have our library orientation. I'm going to take you through the steps that you need to follow to find research for your expository essay. So remember from the expository essay directions, this essay requires at least 2 research sources and you need 3 to 5 statistics from those sources. So I'm going to show you how to access the library's online databases so that you can find the research that you need for the expository essay, and you'll also be able to use this for the next essay, the persuasive essay, which is also a research essay. So I'm going to get my face out of the way, and then I'm going to pull up on the screen so you can see it, exactly how you get into the library. So where I am right now, I am on the SMC homepage. So if you just click smcsc.sc.edu, here's where we're at. To get to the library, this is what you need to do. Go to the Academics tab, the top in the middle, and then go to the library link. When you click on the library link, you have to scroll down and just click one more time, go to the library website. This will take you to the library homepage. So what I want to do is take you through a few of these tabs right here in the center box. Everything that you need to access articles and books and other sources from home, you can find right here in this box. The first thing that I want to draw your attention to is the box that says Off-Campus Access. I'm going to click on this, and this gives you directions for how to access the databases at home. So now if you are on a computer on campus and you're connected to the Wi-Fi there, you're on a desktop that is on SMC's campus, you don't need to do this step. You're just automatically connected to the library. But probably most of you are doing this from the comfort of your own home. So what you need to do to get access on your home computer is to take the following steps. This goes through how you access online research databases or ebook collections. So if you want to look for articles online or ebooks, you'll be prompted to enter your SMC username and password. So this is the same username and password that you use to access your email, to log into your computers, to the computers at SMC. For your username, you only need the first part of the email address. You don't need the @student.smcsc.edu. Just your last name, first initial, middle initial, and the year that you started at SMC. And your password, hopefully you know that. Of course, if you have any trouble accessing the library, you can get in touch with them, and I'll show their contact information to you in just a moment. For looking in the library's catalog, which is where you go to find books, looking at number 2 here, if you're searching through the catalog, you have to enter your username, which is your last name, and the library card number or the barcode. So this is your student ID. If you're not sure what that is, you can look that up in the student portal, or you can I think I probably would be able to find it for you. You can email me, or you can email the registrar, Jill Johnson, and she can get it to you. Now, if you have not been registered in the library system with your student ID or phone number, you'll need to visit or call the library during their open hours to do so. So if you want to go through and look in the library's catalog for a book where you need to, if you need to check something out, you'll have to give them a call, and here is their contact information over here on the left, or you can email them as well and request access that way. You can request that print books be mailed to you from the library, and it doesn't cost anything. You can also use a delivery system called Pascal. I don't think anybody probably is going to use this over the summer. You can if you want to, but definitely during the regular school year, this is a good option. Pascal basically is a system where you can check out any hard copy book from any library in South Carolina, and it will be sent to SMC's library. It's pretty awesome. But I'm not going to talk a lot about Pascal today. I just want you to know that it exists. So, takeaway message, if you're off campus, you need to log in. You can follow these directions by clicking on the Off Campus tab on the home screen. And in the left-hand column is the contact information if you need help. So the library phone number and the library email address. You can even follow them on Facebook for more information. So now what I'd like to do is go to the Books tab. So this is the very first tab in this middle section on the home page. I'm going to click on Books, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can find books and ebooks by searching the library catalog. Now again, to access the ebooks from off campus, you have to enter in your last name, so this is your username for the catalog, and your library card number or barcode, which is your student ID. So again, you have to register with the library first if you haven't done this. Just shoot them an email real quick. You can take care of it in no time. So do that today if you can. So let's say that you are starting to do research for your expository essay. Let's say you're writing a paper on soccer. You're really good at soccer, and you want to write a paper on some things about soccer that other people might not know. So you want to find some research to help you out here. The very first thing that you can do is just search in the catalog by using a keyword. So I'm just going to enter in soccer and hit search. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing a search, keep it simple. If you try to type in an entire sentence or a lot of words, you're probably not going to find anything. It doesn't work that well. So just use one or a couple words to do your search. And spelling matters. If you misspell a word, it will not find the sources that you need. So double check spelling. So I've searched for soccer as a keyword. So that means that I am pulling up 257 results. These are books and ebooks where soccer is a keyword in the title or the abstract. So when I start looking down at my list of sources, I see a couple things. I can see the titles and the authors of a search result. I can see when it was published. I can see that it is either a hard copy book or an ebook. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. This one right here, number 1, published in 1996 by Richard Howard, called Soccer, Dividing Hitters, Selling a Dummy, and Everything Else About the Game. Interesting. This is a hard copy book. That means it's on the shelf in the library. Now, if you happen to be in Spartanburg or close to Spartanburg this summer, you can go check it out. That's fine. If you want to do that, this is the call number. This is how you locate it on the second floor of the library. All the books that you can check out are on the second floor. If I scroll down, here are some ebooks relevant to my search. So this one right here, my 4th search result, 101 Great Youth Soccer Drills. It was published in 2005 by Robert Koger, and it's an ebook. So that means I can click on the book and I can actually see the entire text right there on my computer. So it's a really easy, efficient way to find research. So one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to narrow down my search topic just a little bit. Let's say that I'm really interested in soccer and women, and you can see I've been doing the search already. So I want to say something in my paper about soccer and women in particular. So I'm going to add the word and then my second search term, women. So by adding the word and, that is what we call a Boolean operator. And this narrows down your search. So now I'm only going to find search results that have something to do with soccer and women, or at least mention those words in the title. So I click search. Okay, now I'm down to 21 results. This first one, soccer, women, sexual liberation, kicking off a new era. I like the sound of that one. So I want to see if this is something relevant I might want to use in my paper. I see that it's an ebook. It was published in 2004. One thing I will note, if you find a book that's, I don't know, like 50 years old, that's outdated. So you want to find things that are a little bit more recent if possible. So just keep that in mind. All right, I want to check this book out and see if it's something useful for my paper. So what I'm going to do is click on the title. And then what I can do here is go down. I have more information about the book itself. And this box right here gives me a couple different ways to access the source electronically. So most of these links will work for us. A few of them sometimes give us a little trouble, just a heads up, but most of them should work. So I'm going to click on this first link that says click here for online access, and then just wait a second. All right, so here is the home page for this ebook. I have a little bit of a summary or an abstract right here under description that talks about in a little bit more detail what this book is about. The next thing that I want to do is try and figure out in this entire book, is there something useful for me that I want to look at? So I'm going to go over here to the table of contents button. And one thing that I'm going to do is look through the chapter titles in this book so I can see what might be relevant to my paper. I'm not sure about you, but I probably don't have enough time to read entire books while we're in this class in 4.5 weeks. So what I would do is I would find the places that are most relevant to what you want to write about in your expository essay and just focus on those chapters. So let's say I look at chapter 1, Women's Soccer in the United States, yet another American exceptionalism. Okay, that sounds like something I might be interested in. I'm going to click on the title of that chapter, and then the actual text, exactly as it would appear in print, shows up right here. So I can start reading this first chapter and hopefully find some interesting information that will be relevant to my paper. So as you can see, I just scroll down and I can find quotes that I perhaps need that I want to put into my paper. It looks like there's some really interesting statistics there, which is great for this expository essay. So I find information that I want. Now there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind. One, when you find something useful, I would copy and paste it in your essay or in a separate Word document to keep track of your notes. And then two, make sure you note the page number. Some books will have the page number written or printed on the page. Some of them don't. I don't think this one does. What I can do is download the PDF. So I go to this download button, just download the PDF of this chapter, and that would probably have page numbers in there that I could use. But remember, you need the page number for the in-text citation. If you can't find a page number, then you can use the paragraph or you can use the title of the book. So if you remember, we talked about that in the last presentation on integrating research and signal phrases and in-text citations. Third, the other thing that you want to make sure that you do is keep note of the citation. If you're going to use this in your paper, you have to have a full citation on the Works Cited or References page. Most online databases for ebooks will have a button that is a citation machine. Here's the one in this database right here. I'm going to click on Cite, and then I can find, okay, here's the citation for an, oops. Here we go. There's the citation for an APA references page. All I have to do is copy and paste this into my references page in my essay, and I'm all set. If I need MLA, I'm just going to scroll down in this box. Here's MLA. So I can do the same thing, just copy and paste that. Make sure you get a record of that citation so you can go back and find it later if you need to. And so you'll have it to put in your references or works cited page as needed. So there's one other thing that I want to show you with books. You can search within a book, and it might look different in different kinds of databases, but if you click search within, you want to search in this book. I wonder if it says anything about Mia Hamm, who was a pretty famous female soccer player. It does. So I can actually go directly to the pages that refer to Mia Hamm if that's something that I'm specifically looking for in my essay. So that can save you time also, searching for a particular term or name within a book. So that was a quick rundown on how to find books and ebooks through the library catalog. I'm going to stop this presentation now because I know that's a lot to digest. I would go and re-watch it and become a little bit more familiar with the process of finding books. The second presentation that you're going to watch, hopefully in just a minute, is going to be on how to find articles. So stay tuned, more to come.